Well, all right now. We got some tree service wood out here, and I just thought I'd make a little video of it today. I got a birch stump that's got a four-way on it, and let's see here. I might also have a couple other pieces that are pretty odd shaped there, so I just thought I'd split these up for y'all today and see if we can't make some wood. Now, they're a little bit interesting to deal with, but by the time it's all said and done, you've seen me do this stuff before. I mean, you can kind of work it down into some firewood and end up with something that's all right. So let's move on outside here now and see if we can't make some decent firewood out of this tree service stuff. Hope you like the video, and don't forget to give me a subscribe today. All right, we've moved outside here, and I just wanted to show you this oak tree that I made a little air layering on last year. Now, I'm still waiting to unmask this thing and see if it has roots, but I wanted to show you guys this branch here now with the air layering on it. It has developed leaves before any of the other branches, and you can see all that fuzz coming in right behind where the air layer is. This video was made a little bit late, but you can see how developed those green leaves are on the branch that has the air layering on it versus the rest of the tree there. The rest of the leaves are just now starting to develop, so a lot of people know that, but that's the way it goes. Moving right along now, we're going to go ahead and start working on this tree service wood, and I'm just going to do a few of these weird pieces now. This birch wood that I got, it is some heavy freaking wood, man. I got a stump right here that I'm picking up, and it's probably 130 pounds, this little stump here with several crotches on it. But I got a few weird pieces, and I'll be ready to get rid of this birch. I'm happy to finally get this stuff split and get it out of my pile here and get it in manageable pieces. You can see how weird that is, and there's several of them, and they're either short or they're crotches or something. There's just something not right with about every one. Now, that is some heavy wood. I want to emphasize that again. And it's got a weird smell to it. It's not like terrible. I did split one piece of wood last year. I think it was locust, and I mentioned it in my video, but it smelled like it was living next to a septic system or a sewage plant or something, and it was soaking in that nasty water. I mean, it really smelled bad, like real bad. But this wood here, it just has a real strong, kind of sweet odor to it, and it's making the whole backyard smell, so I want to hurry up and get this stuff split and get it dried to where it won't be stinking anymore. And that's what I'm trying to accomplish here today, so just have a little gander at these pieces here, and we'll see what it looks like. Now, I will admit that this wood that comes off of here is a little bit funky shaped, and some of it is going to go into my stove wood section, but the majority of it is just going to be some firewood, and it's just going to be some weird shaped pieces. Now that fuzz there, that'll ignite real good and make a nice little bit of kindling on that, but I'll show a picture of the pile when I'm done, and I'm not going to go through and sort it all out and everything, but you can just kind of see the pile of crap that this stuff makes, and it's a bunch of firewood. Now, I may burn it myself, some of it. I put all the weird stuff on the top of the pile, so next year I can go around and just kind of load up a wheelbarrow, and I'm interested to burn that stuff, actually. I think that's black birch, which is a very high BTU wood. It's some good burning firewood. It's better than river birch, and it's similar to an oak or something with the amount of BTUs it has. I mean, it's very heavy wood. So I'm interested to burn it. It just does smell a little bit funny, if you were wondering. So here comes the rest of this, and I'll let y'all check this out and quit blabbering the whole time. Thanks for watching. Now, this is a cherry tree here, and that's the wedge where they cut the tree down, so you can see the size of that cherry tree. It was a pretty good piece of wood, and I just attacked this from whatever angle I saw fit here, and just tried to cut it up into some chunks now, and it worked out pretty decent, but they're not all that great. So some of it's some stove wood, and the rest of it is just a little bit odd, but again, this is what this video is. It's odd tree service stuff. So that's cherry wood. And that's what I think everything I do on this video, it's either going to be birch or it's going to be cherry. So just so you know, that's what that wood is. Okay, that was some weird freaking firewood that cherry wedge just made, but that's the way it goes sometimes, and I'll mix that in with the rest of my loads there and burn some myself, and I got all kinds of weird stuff hanging out around my yard. I don't know about you, but I'll deal with it one way or the other. It all burns. Now you can see here, I'm trying to go with the grain on this little short piece here to make some longer wood out of it. Now it doesn't go completely perfect, but it does go okay. I get some decent firewood out of this, and when you cut with the grain like that on the end, sometimes you can get some longer shards to break off like that there. That's not a bad little piece of wood you can throw in your fireplace there. Anything that breaks off other than that I'll use for the stove wood, but you can see that's really not that bad. That's a nice chunk of cherry firewood, so that actually worked out pretty good for me there, that little piece. Now we're going to move on to some more of that birch. That's some heavy stuff, and this is another just uneven little piece. It looks like where the wedge was cut out of the tree, and I got to figure out how to make some damn firewood out of that thing. All right, now, boys and girls, so this is the pile that I'm left with, and there's all kinds of junk in there. I mean, it's just chunks all over the place, and I'm not going to sort through it, but you got to see it made one by one if you watch the video, so I got to figure out how to burn that stuff later this year. Now, on the right, there's some oak half rounds, and there's a little bit more of that birch here and some cherry. Now, this wood, it goes all down through there, and it goes from cherry to maple there. And then there's some apple wood, and then there's some ash and a little bit of Osage orange down on the end. And you can see how my wood yard is shaping up for next year. I got all kinds of wood, and there's more around. That's just what's in front of me in the camera. But I'm behind, and I still got a lot of work to do. Thanks for watching.